Okay, class, let's move on to the daily life of the Aztecs. Um, this is where we'll cover the Chinampa agricultural system, which I think is just super cool. All right, so about these Chinampas. The lake system, we kind of call it just a single lake, but it's three. It's got three names, okay, for different parts of it. So you have Lake Texcoco, and that's the main part here, and then Lake Xochimilco and Lake Chalco. And where you see the yellow circles are where there were extensive Chinampa agriculture. So Lake Texcoco and Xaltlucan are brackish, meaning that they have the water is slightly salty, and so that makes it a little difficult. Obviously, you need fresh water to grow crops. This is what the Chinampas, some modern ones, look like. Early colonial map, which is pretty cool. So here's how a Chinampa works. You will have to explain, like draw and explain this on the exam. So try to follow along. Let me know if you have any questions. So you're going to have mounds of soil with canals in between. Remember to label everything. To keep your mounds from just like dissolving in the canal water, you're going to plant willow trees, and their trunks and root system are going to keep the mounds from eroding. So what you do is you plant your crops, pick everything, la da 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 da. Whatever's left of the plant material, you cut up and dump into the canals. So it settles to the bottom. It gets eaten by fish and other things. And what ends up happening is the bottom of the canal becomes a nutrient-rich muck, M-U-C-K, which they will then scrape up and place onto these trays, these chapines, and then put them onto the mounded soil. So it's a way to always have nutrient-rich soil without needing, excuse me, without needing to use fertilizer, without needing to let your fields lie fallow, because you're just, it's new soil all the time. So really, really cool. So make sure your description talks about the willow trees, talks about the muck, talks about the fish, talks about the plant material. Yeah, make sure you include all that. Obviously, it's going to kind of be canoe based, right? Getting things from here to there. So Nezhualcoyotl was one of the leaders of Texcoco, and he Renaissance man, was a poet and a warrior and all of these things. He actually built a dike in Lake Texcoco, which enabled this area, the western side, to have Chinampa agriculture. They were able to get more, have it be enough of fresh water to work. 10 kilometers in length. That's pretty impressive. The last part of this video, I just want to touch on the little market town of Tlatelolco. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't call it little. I already mentioned it, that the Aztecs eventually took it over, but I have some neat reproductions of what that market town looked like, and some of the archaeology. So here's a diorama. Not enough dioramas in your life. Another diorama. Market life is very dioramable. That's what you are taking from this video. And there's a painting. And so there's some nice 70s line drawing, and what it looks like today, the areas of the market town. Okay, that is it for this piece. Stay tuned for the next one. Let me know if you have any questions about Chinampa agriculture.